Good evening. Welcome to here, whom it may concern. I will be streaming some gameplay tonight, playing some Grand Theft Auto online. So, that's what we're going to do. Without much further ado, let's go ahead and jump on in. We'll do a little check-in here before we get going. Okay. So, for those of you who are unacquainted with what Grand Theft Auto Online is, I must let you know, it can get a little wild. There can be... I'm not responsible for the content that others put out there, so you might see some stuff that I would rather not be involved in, so... I guess basically, apologies if there's some naughty language. Oh yeah, this game is mature. A lot of bad words. That's not the worst of it, but
Oh shit! You know they're fun, man. Yeah, baby, living the
Come
dream.
check out the new vehicle on the podium. You can win it with just a spin on the lucky wheel.
just 1 second here. I need to make this more listenable for me. No, I don't want to quit the session. Alright, so I am Trenthian. I've been playing Grand Theft Auto Online on and off for about 2 years, I think. I think there's been 2 Christmas events.
The inside track features the top
Um,
fillies and mares racing for glory. Come enjoy the thrill of horse racing. New races every
This is
few
the new
minutes.
casino area that was added earlier this year, I think. End of last year-ish. Honestly, I don't remember. I do have casino penthouse and garage. Basically, buying this place allows you to take advantage of the casino anytime you like, do a few of the missions, and earn some extra in-game money and all that stuff. But largely, it's just mostly, in my opinion, vanity. There is the larger casino heist that centers around this release, which is, I've used that, I've done that heist a couple of times with my partner. And it makes good money, but it can be a bit of a grind. We had collected all these collectible figurines from that content update. What am I wearing? What on earth? So I may press wrong buttons here and there a lot because I've been playing another Rockstar game recently, and some of the key controls are a little different than I'm used to anymore. But we're going to be changing into something a little more comfortable. No. There we go. Bunch of masks, stuff that I've got over the years here. going to be wearing today. All right. All right. We're going to skip the casino here tonight. And we're going to go to the place where it all kind of started. Now, I tried to do this tour yesterday, but some things got in the way of that. Just life, you know, no big deal. Seems to be a session-wide business battle going on, which is where you just collect goods and bring them back to either a drop-off facility to earn money, or you can bring them to your nightclub if you own one and convert it into product to sell in a mission, plus earn money. This is my Faggio mod. It's like a Vespa. I have it kitted out.
Hey.
My pride and joy right here. So, if you're seeing GTA Online or GTA 5 for the first time, it takes place in a fictional region known as San Andreas, loosely based on California. Los Santos, the city that I'm in right now, is, I wouldn't even say loosely based on Los Angeles. Like, I legit feel like I'm driving around Los Angeles when I play this game sometimes. Minus the cars, there'd be a lot more cars if this was really LA. Just weave in and out of traffic here like a true LA boy. That's a joke. I think California has some of the safest drivers I've ever seen. But it also has some of the worst drivers. Whatever. Everywhere's got their bad apples. So when I first got started in this game, it wasn't so easy to collect money because I didn't know, the ins and outs of how to play. Made some poor purchasing decisions on things that I didn't really need. Namely, your in-game properties, like apartments and what have you. I started off with what I thought was a really nice apartment, and it served me well for a little bit, but I've since relocated to a couple of different places, but this was my, for a while, nicest apartment. I mean, if you consider the casino and a penthouse and apartment, that's maybe the nicest one, maybe. And here is my garage for my apartment. This is where I keep a recently purchased set of basically the one vehicle in the game that's most hotly debated. It's a rocket bike called the Oppressor Merc II. And I use it for business. I use it to get around and do my stuff. But a lot of people use it to grief others. And the only way to really counter grief with this thing is to have one. Or be really good at flying jets. It seems like somebody in this session might have locked out. So GTA has a big problem with online hackers and modders and what have you. And if they're gonna be up to mischief, they tend to block your content so you can't take it out and fly on it, or basically stop them from doing what they're doing. It's pretty annoying, but as far as I'm aware, Rockstar is cracking down on it. They just recently updated the game, so these online loading screens tend to be quite a bit quicker than they used to be. It could take, 15 minutes sometimes, but now it's down to about 20 to 40 seconds, which I think is an absolute win, objectively. Well, let's try again, this time with the Gusto. There we go. Since we're here a second time, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spin the wheel. The wheel is responsible for a number of my vehicle acquisitions that are what I would call maybe my priciest, but
Now it's all about quality me time.
there is a couple of tricks
The
to
inside track is open,
spinning it
and
throughout
the
the week.
excitement is addictive. Pick your horse and cheer them on to victory.
The way things are right now, I don't think I'm able to do that right now. I'm gonna try. Nope. Oh, I'll take it.
Lucky escape.
I don't really want that truck anyway. That's 50,000 bones in the bank. Well, thanks to what I imagine to be a modder, not only is my Pagio mod not waiting out here for me, but now I have to call my mechanic and ask him to send me a ride.
I'm on the clock. What?
Oh. We've got somebody who wants to blow me up in the lobby. Well, I don't really want to start a war right now. So I'm gonna probably not continue putting myself in a line of fire when the frame rate isn't good enough to really give me confidence in winning this fight. So just gonna pretend like that didn't happen. So I just summoned a buzzard helicopter, which is armed with missiles and really useless machine guns. This is maybe the single most important vehicle to own early on to anybody who's starting this game up. It'll allow you to complete missions quickly and with adequate firepower to really make it so it's not so hard on some of those missions. It's not perfect for everything, but it's good for some things. I was gonna look at the apartment, take out one of my oppressors, but I don't need to go to the apartment to get an oppressor because you may think 8 oppressors is a lot of oppressors. But if you know me, you might know that I also have 2 other oppressors for emergency situations stashed elsewhere. Part of that casino update included content that I really do actually love, but it's not the casino. It's basically own and operate an arcade. I mean, you don't actually do anything. It's a base where you can set up those heists related to the casino. But yeah, they have some games in there that you can buy and put down as a facade for use. What is it? Devious endeavors. Looks like I can't go in right now because I have to go to the music store to help somebody out. I don't want to be a part of this right now. But I guess I'm going to the music store because I'm forced to participate in some new content that I haven't done. This is related to the most recent update, which is the, what is it? Not the casino update, but the one that came right after it. It is a, like, South American, Colombian cartel type of update called the Cayo Perico update. It's another heist that you do for somebody at the casino. But I'm not going to be doing the robbing the drug cartels today heist for doing a content tour. But I will do this since it's kind of forcing me into it. This is not the vehicle that I would use for it. Stop the thieves. Alright, let's do this. Is he getting away? No, I'm not going to get into my helicopter to chase a dude on foot. There's my gamer reaction, reload after 2 shots. Oh, new friends. Thank you. Do not want to take the helicopter back because people will think that I am needlessly aggressive and try to take me down. But, you know, happens, it happens. I'd rather have this, I guess, than be defenseless. So, last time I was streaming this, I mentioned that this is one of the few games that it really makes sense to have a controller, especially for flying things like helicopters and jets. It's impossible to fly those with the keyboard effectively. I mean, people do it. Not this person. It looks like somebody has their helicopter, attack chopper, parked in my spot. No big deal. Oh, it's the same guy, of course. I wasn't attacking him on purpose. So he probably doesn't realize that, but I don't care. It's easy to ignore people like that. Just as easy as it is to punish people like that. He's probably going to try to continue to kill me because he's got no friends to play with. Makes sense. Some people are just lonely. There he is in his attack helicopter. And he's going to come right after me. Watch. Oh, another goods battle. You know, I find that ignoring them tends to enrage them more than confronting them. But that's just me. Let's see.
You need something, huh? One of your rides? Let me know.
Let's call up one of these guys.
I'll bring it to you.
A little extra insurance against folks like that. So your mechanic is somebody that comes with any of the apartments that you get. Delivers your vehicles to you, sight unseen. You know, you don't ever see that guy. But he's handy to have around. Plus, anytime you switch vehicles, he repairs the ones that he takes back from you. So here's that rocket bike that everybody either loves or hates. Sometimes both. It's okay to hate it and love it. I love it. I don't even care when people try to grief me on it. I bought the others as a joke, but hey, it works. So, the place where it all starts for a lot of people is one of the CEO buildings. Basically running missions for an organization, or as a motorcycle club president, doing narcotics deals, which both ways are different sides of the same coin. They both pay really good money. They both have their own grinding elements, but I think some prefer the motorcycle club stuff because it feels a lot more on brand for the GTA series, selling drugs and stealing cars and things like that. With the CEO company, you can actually do the Grand Theft Auto part of GTA and steal cars for a car import business. So I will go to the office real soon, but I'm going to just go through each of my garages really quick. I have 3 garages at my CEO office. This first floor is for just standard sports cars that I've collected that are, you know, slightly on the pricey side. They've all been modded to some degree. This right here is my first sports car in the game. Didn't look like this when I first got it. It's been modded. There's my little Pro Chew emblem on it. I got that off the GTA Emblems website, so I didn't make that or anything. Yeah, the LG is given free to players. You can buy one for free. This is the actual first car that I bought, but it's been run through a specialized modding process. That's actually a replica of the first one. But yeah, most players are able to just right off the bat buy one of these. And it's a pretty good workhorse until you can get something that's armored. Just as soon as you're able to, you should get an armored Kuruma or a Buzzard. Because those are going to help you do missions. Just going to hit the Z key so you can see what they're all called. This is a Comet Safari. This is like a Lotus. It's called the Locust. Just none of these are considered what the game calls a supercar. Even this Coquette, I think, is still a sports car. Yep. But this is one of the nicer sports cars. I like this one a lot. And this is another one of the really nice sports cars that I like a lot. I think this is like the fastest car that you can get in the game, like without doing special tricks or using special abilities. Or it was for a while. I can't remember where it is now. It's been a while since I played anyway. Paid attention. I don't have anything on the 3rd floor because I don't really tend to buy sports cars too often. But that's my first garage. My second CEO garage is kind of like this garage. I keep sports cars in there, but these are classic sports cars. So, garage 2 is classic sports cars. It's where I keep my Shelby Cobra, like, look-alike. It's called Mamba, like a black mamba snake, another poisonous snake related to Cobra. Not related to Cobra directly, but, you know, it's a snake that's poisonous and deadly. This is like a jaguar. It's called an ocelot. Ocelot swinger, like reference to Austin Powers. This is like a James Bond car. I love this thing. Classic Corvette. If James Bond drove American sports cars. I think every single one of these looks like a Lambo and a Ferrari, that stuff. Most of these came off that wheel. Some of them I bought because they were on sale. You know, a good deal is a good deal. Yeah, I really ought to buy them. I don't have too many more in this garage, but if we're looking, we're looking. This is another Shelby Cobra lookalike with a hard top in amethyst purple. It's a very special stone to me. Last but not least, garage number 3. This is where I keep my super and hypercars. I think they're only called supercars in this game though. Now, they're only those classes of cars based on what they look like, not like how they perform. All the vehicles in this game have a hard capped speed of about 150 miles per hour scaled. Like, there isn't a natural means to go over that speed limit for the cars. You might go a couple miles over on downhill or under, or if you're using tricks, you can get up there with very specific special cars. You can get up to like the 200 mile an hour area, sometimes faster. Another way to break that cap is using mods, which I've seen people do. Not me personally, but these are some of my favorite vehicles. This was the first car I won off the wheel back when the casino update happened. I love that car. Yeah, I know it's silly to maybe have an attachment to virtual digital cars, but I was a Hot Wheels kid when I was younger. Not really a Hot Wheels kid anymore, but you know, I just GTA, you like to collect cars. Red Dead Online, you like to collect horses. It's kind of the same thing. Maybe I'll take one of these ones out in a little bit to drive about. Let's check in on my CEO office. Oh yeah, I have an auto shop built in. So basically, I'm doing this tour and I plan to start a new character and start a new game essentially online. Kind of do it all over again. But this is my organization,
Bye.
Legalized LTD. Yeah, you get to name it when you get it. But yeah, I've run my fair share of CEO missions. Made an awful lot of money doing this and
You do realize about my MBA, don't you?
car stuff. Also the motorcycle president content, doing a motorcycle club. Those are very good ways of making money in this game. And to be clear, I've never paid any extra money for like cash cards and things like that, the shark cards that people pay money for. Hey, if that's you, that's you. But I ain't made of dollars. I'm here to play games, not pay the game. But I mean, you pay it in time. It takes time to do what I did. And if you're not having fun, it is a grind. It's like having a second job. What's the point? Me personally, I didn't mind it. The grind was fun. That's why I'm probably going to do it again.
We gotta make some deals?
That's my assistant. A lot of people don't like her. Like, everybody has the same two assistants. Either you have the male assistant or the female assistant. Look, they snack shame you when you want to get some snacks. Hey, I need snacks.
Hi there. What can I do for you?
Snacks.
I'll take care of the food. You take care of the company.
Thank you. Couple of ego chasers, please. Now, if I try to get another one, here comes the sass.
Are you sure you need more snacks?
Yes, I'm sure.
When you finish what you've got, I'll give you some more. Looks like your pockets are full.
Excuse me. I can fit some more P's and Q's in there. It really should just be like a snack bowl you can just grab a handful of and fill up everything.
Are you sure you need more snacks? When you finish what you've got, I'll give you some more.
Useful things that this person can do for you. If you don't have any vehicles,
As soon as you've decided, I'll get the Pegasus rep to prepare the vehicle.
you can rent vehicles from this place. I can't remember if you do it through here. Oh no, you do it through the other window. But if you own the vehicles, you can get a spare one sent over to you, so you can have that one out for your, we'll say, employees.
You do know that I've got 2 degrees,
And
both in
you can
finance.
take out your personal
Hello.
one, and you can take out your CEO one,
Have a good
which
day.
I can't honestly remember if you can have the personal one and the spare one, Pegasus one, out at the same time, but you can certainly have at least 2 vehicles out for your associates to use. And if you're doing risky stuff, playing with a violent, impressionable group of players, well, you know, rest in peace your stuff. That's a good way to lose money. You should try to play in as empty a lobby as you can. See, this one has 17 people in it. Yeah, I'd look for one that had maybe 5 or 6. And I do recommend playing with other people in the lobby besides yourself that aren't your friends or in your CEO, because it makes it so that um, less of the aggressive NPCs spawn. But if you are in an empty lobby by yourself or with just like 1 or 2 other people who are all in your businesses, then yeah, you might get some pretty aggressive NPCs spawning. Oops. Don't like it when people honk at me.
Girls are vain as hell.
Hello there.
So, doing missions with the CEO and motorcycle club, all that stuff, that's cool. Works. But this is another business opportunity in the game. It's your nightclub. You can have a nightclub.
What's up?
And in the nightclub, it has its own 2 types of business. One of them's really kind of a waste of time. It doesn't make a lot of money. It's kind of just an extra thing to do, but you basically raise the popularity of your nightclub such that it earns a bunch of money every night. And, you know, game days go by pretty quick. The other thing it does is there's another delivery business in here where by itself it doesn't really do much of anything. But if you have a organization, a CEO office, and a motorcycle club or a bunker or whatever, you can accumulate product like residually from those different endeavors. So you have, say you had a CEO office. Well, a CEO office in this club will generate for free with no extra input from you, just cargo and shipments once you invest in that. And there's a military bunker that you can buy in the game that's like the other businesses, and that gives you these sporting goods and South American imports. That comes from your motorcycle club, same as pharmaceutical research. That's your white powders right there. Organic produce is a reference to cannabis. When you have one of those open from your motorcycle club, that's what that fills up. Also from the motorcycle club is fraudulent money right here in the cash creation. Printing and copying, I think, is document forgery. I've recently done these 3 on the end, but honestly, this one, the cocaine, the methamphetamine, and cash are the 3 that you're going to want to mess around with if you're going to do the whole motorcycle club thing. But this one, the bunker, military bunker, earns a ton of money. That's maybe the best earning thing. And plus the nightclub, those 2 things working in concert really, really fill the bank. But that's not what I'm going to be doing. I am going to pick up my money out of my wall safe. So you can do little tiny missions to promote your nightclub, and your popularity is down there in the right-hand corner. The more popular your club is, the more money you earn per day, and it ends up here in the safe. Since I'm at that level of popularity where I'd probably do a mission if I was just playing by myself, and yeah, raise that back up because I like to roleplay sometimes just to pass the time. This is one of the more recent cars from the casino update. Also, one of the better cars. I keep it in my nightclub because I like to drive it around.
Hey,
It handles really well. But it is no Faggio custom mod. Oh. Alright. So, right now I have only $5,049,023 in the bank. I think I read that right. Use your cell phone to... Oh, some buildings. Not too happy with me parking in the middle of the road. Use your cell phone to make deposits if you have cash. I happen to have 63,000 bucks on me. I don't need to have that kind of money on me. Put your money away, kids. Alright. When you die, you can drop, I think, up to $500. It's not really anything to sneeze at. It's kind of a joke, honestly. But don't need to be losing that every time you go down. Right, so it looks like my arcade is going to let me in this time. So there's this is one of several locations you can choose to buy an arcade and get it up and running. I chose this one because it's closer to where I grew up. I mean, Venice, California, and Santa Monica. In this game, those are called Del Piero and man, I can't even remember. It's been a while. Okay. This is one of my other oppressors. This is just, since it's my arcade and I keep all my fun stuff here, it's where I keep my fun vehicles, ones that don't really have a purpose, rhyme, or reason. Like this one. Rampant Rocket. This motorcycle is a pain in the butt to drive. I've been on it for less than a minute and I'm already done. Absolutely zero maneuverability and it's not really that fast. Oh, and here's backing up. Takes forever. Well, it's a fun car. Design anyway. Not really a car. Alright, what am I taking out now? No. This is like a hybrid electric, I think. Well, we're going to look at the arcade. Those right there are not the arcade machines that they look like they might be. These are drone control stations. You can take out a little flying quadcopter type drone, a little tiny one, and absolutely wreck someone's day with it. It blows up, electrocutes them, all sorts of fun things. It's hard to see. This is the planning area for a casino heist. There's a replica of the casino I bought. Various equipment for the heist that I've collected with my partner there. This is the most important. If you're gonna get this place, this is what you want. This is the master control station. Before you have this one, you literally have to go to your CEO office, or you need to go to your motorcycle club physically in the game where those things are. And I mean, my motorcycle club's out in the middle of nowhere, like Palm Springs, Salton Sea area. Then my CEO office is, near Venice Beach in Santa Monica. So you get spread out pretty easy, but this allows you to basically control all facets of your business dealings. I wonder why he's not doing anything. I'm asking him to access the master control terminal. There we go. So here you can go into that nightclub computer I was looking at earlier, see all that stuff. You can go into your CEO computer, manage your cargo, manage your vehicle inventory at your export service, where you basically just steal vehicles and resell them at a higher value. Your various businesses with your motorcycle club, the sugar factory, the rock candy lab, the tea farm and Monopoly Money facility, and your I want to say it's like a Kinko's copy center. But yeah, that's gun running supplies. That's the bunker stuff. Yeah, so you don't have to really go anywhere if you have this. I highly recommend you get it and use it when you can. There are some things that it's not good at. I wouldn't queue up any missions for your nightclub from it unless you are really close to your nightclub. My arcade safe is full. It needs to be emptied. Now, like the nightclub, this arcade accrues money over the days, but it doesn't really have any further buy-in. Once you have it full of arcade machines, it earns a static amount of money every single day, and I think at this point, honestly, it's paid itself off. So I might be wrong about that, but it feels like it has, and that's the important part. Is that you feel good when you do things in this game. Because if you are not having a good time, then don't play this game. For instance, I hadn't been having a very great time playing this game, so I hadn't been for a while. I would like to see them add more content, but I think they're kind of in full swing developing the next Grand Theft Auto game. So if they were to release something that was just mind-numbingly fun here, it could possibly delay their new game. That would be, I think, unacceptable. I forgot I traded vehicles. So if you have a personal vehicle out and you go inside a garage and get another personal vehicle out, the first personal vehicle goes back to the garage it's from. So I guess your mechanic comes and picks it up or something. But you can't have more than one personal vehicle out at a time. So this is my hybrid electric SUV types, honestly, compact SUV type vehicle. I have off-roading wheels on it. I don't think that changing the wheel type though makes any difference in game, just gives it a different look. Other content in the game includes the Arena Wars. I don't really do Arena Wars, that's not my thing, but I do like some of the stuff in it, some of the vehicles. Some of the custom things you can do to those vehicles. So I'm heading over there to take a look. It's down by the LAX look-alike. Slow down here so you don't fly off the road. gone the wrong direction. For some reason I was thinking about the LAX lookalike and I missed my turn. Started going towards the airport. This is the arena. I'm not going in. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but oh well. So these are some of the vehicles that I've tricked out in here. Honestly, this isn't like my first pick for enjoyable vehicle content, but you know, you play around every once in a while. This right here is my death bike. Get into proper attire for this. You don't need to wear any special suit to drive this. I just like to. Alright, visor down. It's got some spinning blades on the side there. Spikes. That shield in the back helps keep you alive if people are shooting you. Keep bullets from hitting you sometimes. And it's got dual lasers. Whoops.
Holy shit!
More vehicles are allowed. You can buy more garage space, but since I never really got into the arena war content, I didn't really buy much else. This is my explosive RC vehicle. It's fun to drive around and bother people with. There's also a tank you can drive around that they just released. I have one of those too. I can take those out when I get outside. But yeah, my death bike. I named it Steven. You can name it. Before the Oppressor Mark II, there was just the Oppressor, which is a motorcycle, not a rocket bike. But in a way, this is a rocket bike. Very limited flight time, but it works. A little bit of flight and then gliding. Gotta get creative if you're gonna drive one of these. And those light posts are the absolute worst nightmare you can have. In a lot of ways, this is a lot more fun to ride around than the Oppressor Mark II. You can fit it with missiles, I'm pretty sure, but I haven't done it, so I don't really rely on this one for protection much. Alongside the airport, there's a military base north of Malibu area, known as Chumash. I took my eyes away from the road for 1 second, and this is what happens, kids. Don't text and drive. But also, maybe don't go the wrong way down the freeway. Someone in a helicopter over there. Looks like a Toledo, which is one of the faster ones. So you can buy a hangar down at Los Santos International Airport, LSIA, but you can also get a hangar at the military facility. I like that more. Well, it's nowhere near the airport down there. Gives you a reason to come up this way. Plus, if somebody doesn't have access to a hangar there, you really can't come over and mess with you, because then they get a military wanted level after them. And then, I mean, it's not hard to get away from that. It's just an extra deterrent, I feel. There it is. Fort Zancudo Military Airfield. So I'm getting off at this bike. There we have some of the jets I purchased. Here's my Warthog. Had a chance to come in purple amethyst sheen. Of course I did it. And this cute bunny on the front instead of a shark, which I thought was hysterical, so I did it. I have two of the same jet. That's not difficult to do. You just basically have them give you an extra. But this one here is one of my favorites to fly. That's okay. Oh. Guess I'm in my deadline outfit. Gotta look apart. So it's either this one or this one. I think I like this one. Let's do it. I just tried to get on my horse, which is kick your plane apparently. In Red Dead, trying to get into your plane is kick your horse. right onto the grass, just like nature intended. Now there are pros and cons to flying one of the jets. One is that its rate of ascent is really high, very maneuverable, able to get around the map pretty fast, faster than just about anything else. A little harder to land though. You need some space in a lot of cases. People using the oppressor have a lot of difficulty dealing with somebody in a jet. So this is an anti-grief video. I'm going to tell you. If you know how to use your oppressor, you might be in trouble. All you really do is get a good shot at somebody who doesn't know how to fly, and it's over. But if you know how to fly in a circle, you can literally fly circles around the oppressor. So that's my airport. Right here. Oh, I have a yacht. Now, when you accidentally damage or break one of your vehicles, if you're at fault, you have to pay the insurance and you get a replacement. Not a bad deal. Some of these, though, can be expensive to newer players. 10,000 to replace. That adds up. Here's the Santa Monica Pier. It adds up, for sure. And this is where my yacht would be. It's where somebody's submarine is parked. This is my yacht. I don't mind paying 10,000 for my broken jet. Adios, friend. Into the drink with ye. Onto the stairs. I did mean to go onto the stairs. I did not mean to get hung up on that rail, though. Starting out early on, I don't think you can do it on more than one character in the same account, but if you go to the San Andreas flight school, it's a quick way to earn some extra money. Just going through and getting gold stars on all those missions. Plus, you learn how to fly really well. And parachute really well. So this is my yacht. I think it's not the most expensive one, it's the middle tier one. I got it because it's called the Aquarius.
Where to next, boss? Find out.
That's Captain Darcy. He's from Australia.
See you later.
There's new content with the super yachts here, but I haven't done it yet. It's not really a lack of trying, it's more a lack of interest, really. I might do it someday. Each yacht comes with some boats and jet skis. And a helicopter. It would seem somebody wanted to empty the lobby. So they kicked me out of online. That's fun. I'm going to be wrapping things up here, I'm pretty sure, anyway. But, to whom it may concern, if you enjoyed watching this, consider following or liking and subscribing on YouTube, depending on where you're coming in from. Now, Trenthian is going to be signing out. So, I will catch you on the flip side. Alright, actually took a little bit of a break here for a second, and it looks like I'm actually going to stream a little bit more, because I didn't get to everything that I wanted to get to. So, false alarm, going live again. Sorry about that. Let's load a new session. Turn this back up because we are VR troopers.
What about the other guy?
Maybe that would be fun to do, is to play the single player game again. At the diamond, the guests. Oh, these loading times are so fast, you don't even get to read anything anymore. So just like before it starts you over here at the casino, I guess, just for a little hurrah here, I'm gonna do a vehicle collection from one of my businesses. To do that, what you can do is look at your map. I leave these blue jobs on my custom feed just because they provide a valuable service to anybody starting out. I'm all the way over here at the Diamond Casino and Resort in my penthouse. I have to drive all the way over here to get to my CEO building. Or I can go to this job, select the job, wait for it to come out to this screen, and then it's going to move over here to where that job is. It went down once, you hit the exit key to get out, and then accept it once it starts to drop, and it transports you like a free teleport to where you wanted to go. So you can file that trick away and save yourself from griefers if they're chasing after you. I will now be entering my office. Now I'm not going to use an oppressor to cheat my way into a
Boss.
winning situation on the vehicle pickup mission. I'm going to do it old-fashioned with either the buzzard or maybe an armored Kuruma. Logging into this computer, if you've left the session and come back, you're no longer in your CEO. You're no longer in your organization, basically, but going into the computer re-registers you as your CEO, so you can do these missions without having to go through the interaction menu. So I'm going to source a vehicle.
I told him I've got an MBA.
Now, there's a trick with these. You want those over there on the left. There's a little box that says I'm picking up a Z-type top range, and it's a plate number. And you also get probably a text message on how to pick it up. So that's the car I'm picking up, and what it looks like. Now, top vehicles
Have a good day.
are more difficult to pick up, but they are worth the most. And if you're just playing through and you're collecting cars and then selling them as fast as you can get them, you may get a top vehicle, you may not. But if you collect one of every single car that is not a top vehicle, so you collect all the mid and lower range vehicles first, you save those, don't turn them in. When you go to source a vehicle, the only real thing it's going to try to source are top vehicles. So you can source a couple of top vehicles, sell a couple top vehicles, and then source a couple top vehicles. That makes you a lot of money really fast. I'm actually going to have my
I'm ready to go on this end.
secretary,
Oh,
assistant,
hi. What can I do for you?
give me a personal
How do you
vehicle.
choose between your children?
No, not that. I don't remember where I have my Kuruma parked. Oh, it's probably in my nightclub. I forgot to look at my nightclub vehicles. I have some special ones in there.
Did I mention that I have an MBA?
All right. Armored Kuruma.
Your personal vehicle is being brought up now.
So, conservatively, this is maybe the first vehicle purchase you should make as a new player in this game. Buying an armored Kuruma from... I think you buy them from... It's either a Warstock Cash and Carry or Southern San Andreas Super Autos. But here's where you buy militarized vehicles generally. Warstock. Quick look through here. That's right up there. Okay, so the Kuruma. There it is. If you can wait for it to go on sale. You can get it at a great sale price. A lot of the time you can get it whatever color you want. It comes armored, so you don't need to mess around with anything special with it. And it is a very, very useful thing. It's maybe one of the best armored vehicles in the game, just because it doesn't have any weapons built in, but it's fast, it's maneuverable, and the armor does a great job. Like, some of the armor in this game on vehicles sucks. This one, it does not. So there's a job type in this called I think VIP contact missions, working for a dude named Martin Madrazo on those. He has 6 different missions you can choose from. I recommend doing mission number 3 and 6 if that makes it to anybody's ears. Those are really quick ways of making money, if you don't mind grinding the same 2 missions over and over again. And if there's bonuses for every week, the game has tunable bonuses. Sometimes they like double or triple cash for different things like contact missions or CEO missions or delivery missions for your drug empire or whatever it is, you know. Find out what those tunables are every week on Rockstar Social Wire or on the GTA Online subreddit. They usually put that right at the top so you don't have to guess. They also tell you what the podium vehicle is if you want to spin that wheel and get it. But right now, I'm going to steal a car from a bunch of people. I have to race this dude to the lighthouse. Oh, he's set a time. I have to get there in under that time. And then I have a feeling they're not going to want to give up their car. Let's just say this isn't my first rodeo. So maybe I should have taken something a little bit faster just for this sort of thing, but this thing does move. The owner of the vehicle is texting me about me being a loser and that he's not worried about his time being beaten. Some fun flavor that they threw in. They didn't have to, but they did. This is where my tea farm is. They grow the happy trees there. I'm a little close on the time here.
You cocksucker! Oh! Oh!
Don't gotta shoot the guy. He's only got a baseball bat. Now this is the second part of the vehicle pickup. Any damage you deal to the car, you have to pay up front in repair fees when you turn it in. So if you're royally messing up one of these cars, it is definitely advisable to maybe consider not turning it in. Now, I got out of the car because these guys shooting it would really mess up the value. There's going to be more, so I'm going to just hang out here, take care of them before I take the car in. Don't accidentally shoot the car I'm trying to collect. That's different. I wasn't really paying attention too well to that fight. Oh, there. I will say that the accuracy of some of these bots has gone up. Feels like actually having to armor up and everything. Oh. They tries to shoot me. They are shooting.
Useless piece of shit!
Come on up. Where is he? Oh. Don't see him still. Oh. They're really punishing me.
Stupid asshole!
Hopefully that's the last wave. We'll just hang out, find out. Nope, not the last wave. I got a whole bunch of standard body armor from, I think, the last holiday event. I can't remember which one it was. I haven't really had a need to use it until now. Now that I'm in a vehicle, it's time to snack up. Alright. You gotta be real gentle with the eggs. Crack the eggs, it's all. Gotta remember why we came out here. I would say I'm driving maybe a little reckless for one of these vehicles, but I think it's because I don't really need the money. Yeah, if I had $0, I'd be real careful with this car. You may notice that there's none of the iconic in-game music. I've turned music down because I've heard that the companies that have that music really kind of go after you if you stream it, even if it is a part of the game they've licensed out. So just have to pretend there's some cool rock jams on. Maybe listen to your own at home. Because that's the station I'd be tuned into. Down on the lower left, there's a map there with the GPS telling you which way to go. Really helpful anyway. There's a bunch of memes out on the internet about the way the NPCs drive during these missions, where you'll be going in a straight line, nothing's going on, and then suddenly an NPC veers right into you as you're trying to deliver one of these cars. It happens. It's true. Everything they say. But that didn't happen this time, which is nice. But, as we say about eggs, don't count your chickens before they have hatched. So this is my import export warehouse. One of the CEO building related missions. Once you're here, if you have enough vehicles or the type of vehicles that you want, you can sell them. You just go and deliver them for money to, whoever is looking for them. If you have a lot of vehicles to, oh man, I'm covered in grape jelly here, raspberry jam. If you have a lot of vehicles you want to deliver all at once, the reward is pretty much 1-to-1. You get the same amount of money in the end, but you get it done faster, but you do need one other person for every vehicle. I think up to 4 that you want to deliver. So here are my top range vehicles that I have ready to go, 3 of them. If I had 2 other friends playing with me, we could run those together, and then I could in turn run their vehicles and so forth. But I'm by myself, so I'm going to deliver 1. I really like the Osiris, so that's the one I'm choosing. And let's see. These are the 3 different seller or buyers you can sell to. It's free to sell this commission to a private seller. You earn $40,000 for the vehicle, or $70,000 for this one, but it costs $10,000. This is the one I'm going for. $100,000, cost of $20,000 up front. You net $80,000 by delivering this one.
Let's get ready to work.
You just kind of customize for free now. Anything you want, really. I keep things simple for this. Chrome on everything. Or matte black. We'll do matte black today. That's my colors.
I am paid well
Performance
below my
upgrades.
skill level.
You don't need to do any of these. This is all just for you if you want to toy around, but you do need to change something about the car. So that's enough.
It's got a whole new profile.
Wheel type. You can add wheels if you want. You do have to change something, I think, but you don't have to change everything. this is all about your preferences as a player. If I was not trying to get it done with the quickness, I'd probably spend some more time with it.
It's all
For
or nothing
fun.
on this one. The work wasn't cheap. Get the car to the buyer clean. This should be a payday, people.
Okay, so given that warehouse, I would go this way. If you have people in your session that are not a part of your outfit, you don't have to worry about NPCs in this one. But if you didn't have anybody in your session, you wanted to deliver this vehicle, I would park it over here, get out as fast as I can, and deal with the NPCs that are coming looking for you. They will damage your vehicle, lowering the value, wasting your time. So hide the car from them and deal with them. 2 or 3 waves, maybe 4, I can't remember, and it's over. Since there are other players in this lobby, being a latent danger to begin with, they don't spawn those NPCs after you. So if I take any damage while I'm delivering this vehicle, it'll come directly out of my my buy price. So I don't want to have to spend extra money on top of what it costs to commission this one. So employ your brakes if you need to, but head-on collisions, side swipes, you want to avoid that stuff as much as you can. And I mean, even a little scratch is like a couple thousand right off the bat sometimes. So looks like we're going into the Hollywood Hills Mulholland area. Now, one of the cool things about playing with a controller, also, I will say, when driving a vehicle, when your car is airborne, you can kind of control the tilt of it mid-air. And that allows you to do some positioning to improve your aerodynamics and make sure you land on your wheels instead of on its top. So if you do accidentally go airborne, you can kind of turn it into a good situation, even sometimes changing the direction of your descent. Oh, almost. Can't believe that didn't hurt my car. And that's one way to earn some money. let's see. There is another way to do that mission, which I feel is a little bit more boring, but it keeps you from damaging your thing. If you can afford a cargo bob helicopter, it allows you to tow hook onto the vehicle,
Okay, we did it.
lift it up into the air, and turn it in at a very slow cargo helicopter delivery pace. But you get the idea. Now, one of the perks of being in a organization, CEO organization, is that you have the sort of ability to call a vehicle instantly. Any of the things marked free that are free for everybody. Or if you bought a buzzard, you can call that for free, or it's like 25,000. Any of these vehicles that you purchased, they are free after that point. So I'm going to call my buzzard. It instantly appears behind you, or near you, I should say. As near as it can safely appear next to you. And I'm going to take it out into the Salton Sea area. I'm going to do... Oh, no, I'm going to go check out Bunker. Bunker, it's for gun running content. You basically get an old militarized bunker from a shady governmental body that's selling it wholesale, and you convert it into a munitions factory to make maybe less than ethical arms deals across the Los Angeles area. So that's what I'm going to explore next. It's doing a bunker mission, checking out my bunker. I'm going to miss having a bunker when I start my new game, so I'll probably get that up and running real fast. I also appreciate that they put something into it that I feel is like a direct call out to the Austin Powers movies again. They do have a couple of references to those movies in this game, but in Austin Powers there's this scene where he's going through Dr. Evil's evil lair on a little golf cart type thing, utility vehicle. And in one of the cutscenes for the startup content of the bunker, something very similar happens, and you get the opportunity to buy those utility vehicles for your bunker if you want. So, of course, me being me, of course I bought those. This is Mobile Operations Center for other special content related to the bunker. I chose the American Eagle theme because it's funny as all get out. And let's see here. This is a really useful trailer head to have, I should say. Tractor. But, you know, its uses are limited, but for those limited uses, it's very useful. So we're going to get on this thing and just mosey on through. Now when you first buy the bunker, you don't have all this stuff unlocked. All this stuff you earn. Those are pickups that you can pick up every like 10 minutes or so to rearm yourself. But in order to access those, they're locked out until you complete a training course at your shooting range, which you have to buy in addition. But those are really, I'll say, difficult training missions compared to the single player content. And if you have time, you want to go for it. I've maxed out all my scores on those to the best of my ability and got the unlock, so I'm done with that. My biggest complaint with the bunkers is that there is somebody in here coughing like they have the black lung, and like, don't we have like a workers union or something that they can go? Where's our OSHA guy? I would imagine that I have excellent medical and dental here. I chose this paint job because it reminds me of a Blockbuster Video. That's how far back I go. So this is the station at which you do your missions. Normally I would have closer to about this much stock level before I do a sale, and I'd absolutely make sure I have at least one other person doing it with me, because these are genuinely kind of hard missions to do on your own if you overfill your stock. So it's a good idea to maybe resupply this business once and then let it produce and then deliver it if you're doing it solo. And that's probably how I'll proceed with it. But the process is simple. You hit resupply. You can steal your supplies, which lowers your overhead. The missions can be really tricky, and these are some of the most messed up situations I've been in and frustrating situations I've been in this game. There's this one mission where they spawn NPCs with buzzard helicopters, and their auto aim is fixed at max. They hit you with those rockets, and they kill you with those rockets, and before you can do anything, they're killing you again with those rockets the second you spawn in. You cannot even exit the game. They are killing you so quickly, so efficiently. Like, it's the most frustrating thing I almost stopped playing GTA because of that one mission and how long I tried to get out of it. I was so mad. But second time it happened, I was, wiser. Oh, it's happening again. I am not even going to deal with it. Shift, control, escape, end the task, save yourself the trouble. But that's not what we're going to do. We're not going to ever steal supplies. We always buy supplies because it always pays off. So we're going to sell stock. It's worth $140 if we sell it here, $210 if we sell it a little bit further into Los Santos. That's why I chose this bunker. It's because it's between the farthest points on the map and Los Santos. It guarantees that the large delivery is not very far at all. You can run out of time very easily in these missions. So we're going to do it. Once you buy those supplies, it takes a couple hours real time to process into stock for you to sell. So you buy the supplies.
Okay, you've been allocated Marshall off-roaders for this one.
This mission, you drive this Marshall off-roader to the check-in point. Sometimes these ones are the most painful ones to do because this car is a pain to drive, frankly. Well, but we're going to do it. There isn't a whole lot of combat in this one, just helicopters to deal with. Yeah, but what I was saying is you buy the supplies at the bunker, and then you just do other things in the game for a couple hours, and when it's ready to go, he tells you, and come pick up the supplies and sell them. It's a pretty chill income source. And as you build income sources, you're making enough money to not have to really worry about it. So, first one we're gonna go for. Looks like they're all over here. I'm gonna start here. Set my own waypoint to where I want to go. Follow it. See what I mean? For an off-road vehicle, this thing is a pain to drive. But it's a monster truck. Monster trucks are cool. Just because it's an off-road vehicle doesn't mean you should drive it off-road. means you can drive it off-road, and generally it will survive. They probably wanted me to use the Hollywood Hills to go past the observatory and go through that area, but I'm not going to do that. I am going to go down Sunset Boulevard. I'm sorry, what's the in-game equivalent? Vinewood is Hollywood. Oh, Eclipse Boulevard, there you go. Go down Eclipse Boulevard like any sensible Los Angelino. Or Los Santino. Guess we're going down to Wilshire. Oh, Santa Monica Boulevard. Boulevard. Del Perro. Rockford Hills, not Beverly Hills. Now, given that UCLA has the Bruins as their mascot, you'd think that somebody would have named the college URSA for Ursa, but they didn't. So you just drive to these little checkpoints and it drops off a little weapons cache for them to pick up. There are those helicopters I mentioned. Largely you can just ignore them. Sometimes they do hit you, I guess. I'm going to go half controller, half mouse here. Return fire. No particular reason. That is money in the bank. I can't remember if this is one of the missions that gives you extra money if there's other people in the session with you or not. Gives you a little courtesy Sanchez here. Yeah, 210. There were no rivals in the mission, so. The Sanchez is a really good off-road vehicle.
Looks like
to get,
you sold out.
if you don't have one and you need one. Early on, it's cheap. and it drives well, and it's good for things other than off-road, especially if you need a motorcycle for something. That and the best motorcycle and cheapest motorcycle performance dollar is the Body 801. Get that motorcycle, it's awesome. Cheap and awesome. Alright, so that's 2 mission types. Just because I'm crazy, I'm gonna do nightclub content. Okay, so in your nightclub, you accrue crates. Different crates are worth different things. Your CEO crates, your bunker crates, and your motorcycle club crates are each good earners, but especially the meth, the cocaine, and your CEO and gun running supplies. Those are the best ones to run. So you focus on accruing a bunch of those for single trade. But if you have... I made a mistake with this character in... I bought bigger delivery vehicles, which means that I can deliver more crates. The problem is the smallest delivery vehicle is the best and most efficient at delivering these things because the weapon systems on it are just unparalleled compared to the others. In my opinion, I mean, your mileage may vary, but I'm going to sell stuff and it's going to make me use one of the bigger vehicles. But you see, I'm about to cash in these things I didn't really have to do a whole lot to get in a single delivery mission, earning almost $1 million for...
Great, I'm gonna help you sell some of this stuff I know nothing about to someone I've never heard of, and
We're not going to listen to Tony today. There's 3 delivery vehicles. There's a small, medium, and large delivery vehicles. This is the medium delivery vehicle. Of the 3, I think it's the worst. Next would be the large, and ideally for me is the smaller one. Now I have to deliver the goods to that dot, and I think I just got lucky and won the lottery here. It's having me deliver the goods to the closest possible location. So I am not complaining. I don't have to drive halfway across the map with a bunch of hungry players. Aw, yes I do. Get out of the vehicle. Deal with Los Santos' finest. Got a little too hopeful there.
they were narcs. Our buyer must have had an undercover...
Alright, so... that could have gone better. I'm making things worse for myself. That's no good. Well, I really messed up. I'm gonna actually let the cops kill me. Because I should lose my wanted level, I think. Yes, sir.
Hello? Yes? You clear? I've sent you the buyer's fallback location. Get the goods over there and try not to make eye contact with any...
Alright. I don't think I need to borrow anybody's vehicles today. So, what is the most ridiculous weapon in this game? It's the Up and Atomizer. Has a really good use. It's called the Unstuckinator. It's called the Unstuckinator by fans of the Up and Atomizer. As you can see, if you have a big old vehicle like this, it is very useful. So we are going to deliver this. It's only another mile and a quarter or so. But Mr. Trenthian, what is a quarter? That didn't quite go according to plan. Smashed right into a solid gate there. I'm getting used to this thing just falling over when you run into different gates. And like that particular. All right. So that's some extra money right there.
Okay, you made this...
Tony takes his cut, ended up being 868,000. But now, I don't know if I have any cash on me, but you should probably deposit your cash just in case. If you have any on you, it's good. Like $4 ain't so bad, but whatever. So that is the last mission I'm going to do on stream tonight. I am officially calling it there. So if you are viewing this and you liked what I'm doing here, please consider following, liking, subscribing on YouTube, following on Twitch, and tuning in next time. So until then, Thanks for stopping by. Catch you later.